The Rams have hit the road to face off against a familiar foe in the AAC. Bluefield makes their way to Robson Arena in Barberville, Kentucky to take on the Union College Bulldogs here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello everybody, Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us on our audio-only call presentation of Bluefield College women's basketball. A big doubleheader in the world of Bluefield basketball, starting out with the women's game. Bluefield right now at 11-11 overall, 10-8 in the AAC, going up against a Union College team, 12-10, but 9-9 in the AAC. Both of these teams right now are slated to be able to qualify for the AAC tournament at the end of the season, but this could be a deciding game. Bluefield right now just ahead of Union in 6th place in the conference, while Bluefield is ahead of Union at 6th place, while Union is at 7th at 9-9 in the conference. And of course, this is a rematch from a game we saw earlier on in the season. All the way back in November, these two teams squared off inside of the Dome, and Bluefield snuck away with a 78-75 victory. Leading the way in that game, both Danae Cox and Courtney Kendrick scoring 22 points apiece, while Courtney Kendrick also added 12 rebounds to her performance in that game. But Bluefield will have to combat against Logan Calvert, leading the way for Union College, averaging right around 11 points per game, as well as 4 rebounds per game, and has 13 steals on the season. The forward has gave Bluefield problems in the past with 28 points she scored in the last matchup back in November. Rams walking out to the floor with those rare blue jerseys in this one, with Emily Hart, Danae Cox, Kiara Bellanier, Courtney Kendrick, and Tiana Crockett on the floor right now for Bluefield. In the middle for a rather lopsided tip-off, Emily Hart in a gigantic size mismatch against Jamie Curtis, the center who is standing in at 6'7", and you guessed it, folks, the person that's 6'7" usually wins that battle. Swats it into the backcourt, and Union College comes away with the ball courtesy of their point guard Cheyenne Stidham, standing in at 5'4", dishes on the right side. Curtis's entry lob down low to Calvert is tipped away and stolen by Emily Hart. Rams coming off of a win against Truett-McConnell, where the defense did look well against Truett-McConnell, leaving them to score only around 44 points. In the left wing, Crockett beats top of the key Bell Lanier, who had a good game against the Bears as well. Emily Hart returns top of the key. Bell Lanier storms to the lane, hooks with the left hand and misses. Rebound pulled down by Union's Danica Prater. So the guard moves up in that orange jersey with the black on the shoulders, as well as the black letters and numbers, as well as the trim on the back. Prater with the drive in, instead swings near corner. Logan Calvert, entry lob down low to Jamie Curtis, who rattles it off the glass. It's good for 2. So 2-0 in favor of Union here in the first quarter. 9:02 left to go. And the Rams trying to get out of this midcourt press brought on to them by Union College, head coached by Tim Curry, now in his 18th season at the helm of Union College women's basketball. Danae Cox lobs it over into the corner. Emily Hart returns right wing Bell Lanier. 13 on the shot clock for the forward, who kicks over to the left wing, Crockett. Entry lob, Emily Hart out of a double team, loops it over to Bell Lanier. Right block, kick out left wing. 5 on the shot clock, Crockett feeds right wing. Kendrick for 3, rattles out, no good, and Jamie Curtis jumped up to get the board. So the score stays 2-0, 8:30 left to go in this first quarter. Swing over to Prater, into the corner, she missed for 3. Bell Lanier with an impressive rebound, and then lost the ball in the backcourt. Now wrestling for it, Danae Cox, and the ball is stolen away by Jordan Sandifer. Loops it out to Logan Calvert, arcs up a 3 right wing, missed the shot, and Curtis pulled it down to the offensive board. Around the arc, that is going to be a big matchup down low, because she has about a foot above everybody except for Courtney Kendrick. Entry lob down to Curtis, turned around, lost the ball, swung up a shot and missed, but pulled down her own rebound. Around the arc again, Prater jumps for 3, switch. From the far corner, she's hit her first 3 of the game, 5-0 in favor of Union. Rams will have a problem with Jamie Curtis, the senior center that did not play against Bluefield in the last matchup. Standing in at 6'7", the Rams do not have that type of height. Crockett backs out, passes right wing Danae Cox, who jumps in the lane, misses the layup, but a foul is called, the first one of the game, with 7:34 left to go. First foul called on Cheyenne Stidham, and the first foul of the game overall. So now that will not be a shooting foul. Emily Hart ready to pass the ball in on the left side of the basket. Rams down 5-0. On a new game ball in, and Emily Hart will pass it on the left side. Zooms it in, left wing Bell Lanier, who returns top of the key, Emily Hart. Hart has been starting in the last few games for Bluefield and running the point as she has it in the corner now. Out of a double team, puts it on the deck. Chest pass top of the key. Crockett, the sophomore, drives in. Kick out near corner, Bellanier. Loops it over to Danae. Cox jumps for three, too short. Offensive rebound, Bellanier. Zips it into the far corner. Courtney Kendrick, step back long, two. Missed the shot, and a rebound's pulled down by Sandifer. Sandifer will take the ball up, towing that far sideline for Union. Stops in the far corner and loops top of the key to her guard and Cheyenne Sidham. Entry lob, Jamie Curtis. Missed the layup. Rebound, Emily Hart. Can't see much athleticism right now for Jamie Curtis. Can't really move down there, but she has a bunch of height, that's for sure. Bellanier bounces top of the key. Emily Hart loops into the far corner. Crockett steps into a two. Good. First basket of the game for Bluefield. Makes it 5-2. Sophomore from Whitfield, Virginia, connected from about 10 feet out. Cheyenne Stidham into the front court. Union, a long lob into the far wing for the guard and Danica Prater. Puts it back on the deck and gives top of the key back up to her guard and Stidham. Rams trying to come back. They're down 5-2. Stidham puts on the deck, passes right wing Sandifer, loops it into the corner for Calvert, and returns Sandifer. 5 on the shot clock, cross court lob. Prater drives in, left block layup, no good. She's fouled. First foul of the game called on the Rams. It's 5-2 now. And it'll go on Crockett, who has the game's only basket for Bluefield. So 6:16 left to go in the first quarter, and the first free throws we'll see in this one. Danica Prater, senior from Clarksville, Tennessee, her first free throw, rattles around and goes through to make it 6-2 in favor of the Bulldogs. Curtis will check out. Brooke Hammonds checks in. So now the Rams will have just about an even fight down low without that 6'7" center. Second shot for Prater, rattles home. 7-2 now the score. Union up by 5. 6:16 left to go. Full court press after the make. Rams did not sub anyone new in as Crockett meanders her way across the timeline on the far side. Underhands Emily Hart at the top of the key and passes to Danae Cox, who only had 4 points in her last outing, dealing with an illness. Crockett entry lob, Bellanier zooms it back out near corner. Kendrick around the arc they go. Now Hart has it in the top of the key. Over to Bellanier, right block, hard zip, left wing three. Crockett, no good off the front rim. Ball rolling loose in the backcourt. Bellanier pinballs it across the timeline, and the Rams will have it. It will not be a backcourt violation. After Danae Cox picks it up, she underhands Emily Hart, returns it back to Cox. Overheads Courtney Kendrick in the paint, returns Cox a three from the far corner, no good. Offensive rebound, Emily Hart, who underhands Crockett and picks the ball back up with 5.5 minutes remaining. 7-2 the score in the first quarter. Rams have hit only one shot courtesy Crockett. So now as Crockett has it, dribbles, passes right wing. Emily Hart puts it back on the deck, fires a mid-range right side, missed the shot. Rebound for Hammonds for Union. Rams have looked ugly offensively so far. Union's defense is making them work for every shot, and they so far are not going in for Bluefield. As Sandifer bounces right block, Logan Calvert, lane opens up, and she lays it in easily with the right hand to make it 9-2. Courtney Kendrick cheated up like she was going to steal that ball, and Logan Calvert made her pay. Ready to check in for Bluefield, Sierra Cook, who had started most of the beginning of the year in favor of Emily Hart, who was injured. 4:45 left to go first quarter. Rams down 9-2 as Kendrick has it in the near corner. Overheads Crockett left wing. Returns in that wing for Danae Cox. Entry lob, Bellanier pumps a shot. Misses from 5 feet. Off of the front of the rim and pulled down by Hammonds, who dribbles right in front of Corey Mullins in his 5th season as the Bluefield head coach. And another three falls from the right wing for Danica Prater. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Rams trying to draw up a better game plan here as they are down by 10, 12-2 with 4:24 left to go in the first quarter. After the timeout called by Corey Mullins, it is now 12-2. Rams are down by 10, and they have possession now in the front court. Danae Cox passes to the newly subbed in Sierra Cook, who swings top of the key for Emily Hart. Passes left wing, Tiana Crockett drives in, loops a pass back out in the corner, and it's tipped out of bounds. This Union defense has been glued to Bluefield's offensive chances early on in this first quarter. So the clock runs down to 4:08, 15 on the shot clock, and Sierra Cook will baseline inbound it into Danae Cox in the corner. Bounces into the corner, Sierra Cook returns Cox left wing, dribbles to the left elbow, shoots, and misses again. Bluefield playing rough offensively so far. The shots are just not falling after another rebound is wrestled in by Brooke Hammonds. Well, the Bulldogs going into the front court. Hammonds lobs it into the left wing. A three, no good from Sydney Dishman, and it's pulled down on a defensive board by Danae Cox. Outlets Cook, loops right block, Quendrick, and she will not get a chance at that shot because Cheyenne Stidham came in like a bull in a china shop and swatted the ball out of bounds. 12-2 the score. Rams are down by 10, 3:42 left in the first quarter. Baseline inbounds to Emily Hart, who hands it right back off to Sierra Cook. Rams have gotten a few open look mid-range shots, but from about 15 feet they are ice cold. Emily Hart overheads Cook. Long two from the near corner, and it goes. First basket from the Mid-Atlantic Christian University transfer to make it 12-4. The Rams within 8 after the timeout. Stidham into the front court, passes left wing for Dishman, who gives it over into the corner. Calvert off a turnaround jumper. She missed, and Bluefield gets the ball right back. So it goes right to left again. Danae Cox running the point for Bluefield. Passes to Emily Hart, trading it around with Cook. Hart passes right wing, Danae Cox underhands into the right elbow. Kendrick on a step back long two. No roll, back iron miss. Union pulls down another rebound, courtesy Logan Calvert, who you remember scored 28 the last time she played Bluefield. Asia Linton into the game, feeds top of the key for Calvert, missed a long three. Going for the offensive rebound, Cheyenne Stidham, but as she fell back to the floor, a travel is called. Bluefield will get the turnover and bring in a new player, and Haley Turman, the sub in for Courtney Kendrick. And Jamie Vest is about ready to come into the game, as well as Kiera Bellanier. So Danae Cox will get a breather, as will Emily Hart. Rams will have a bit more size on the floor now. Big matchup down low. Bluefield will be fighting with Brooke Hammonds as well as Charisse Wilson into the game. So into the right wing goes Crockett, who begs for help, passes top of the key, Bellanier. Chest pass onto the right wing for Jamie Vest, who gives into the corner. Crockett loops right wing, Haley Turman. Rams looking for that shot around the perimeter. Bellanier drives left baseline out of a double team, pivots a pass into the paint, stolen away, tipped in the backcourt, and finally pulled away by Hammonds. Going 1-on-3, decides to stop in the corner for help and picks up the dribble. Jamie Vest swatting on her like a bumblebee, and now she finally gets that pass away to Charisse Wilson in that same corner. Underhands back to Hammonds, top of the key, back up to Linton. Passes on the left wing, 12 on the shot clock. Now into the corner it goes Charisse Wilson, passes top of the key, Hammonds. Hammonds drives in a high right-handed dribble, a walk almost called, but nothing there off of the pivot as she missed the layup. Rebound Bellanier. 12-4 the score. Rams are down by 8 as Sierra Cook gallivants the ball into the front court. Her pass is telegraphed on a steal by Hammonds, and here comes Union again, up by 8 with 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. Hard dish, left wing three, Dishman, yes. 15-4 the score, 11-point lead for Union. Rams have only made 2 shots so far in this one. Sierra Cook as well as Crockett. Rams are looking for the dribble drive for some sort of separation, and these mid-range shots aren't going for the Rams. So now with 1:30 left to go in the first quarter, Rams are looking for just their 3rd shot of the ball game. Bluefield's defense has been tough, but that offense hasn't been able to provide any counterattack to Union. Jamie Vest, entry lob, Haley Turman swings near corner, Bellanier returns left wing, Vest for 3, and she misses too short. Rebounded by Union's Hammonds, who goes across that far sideline and into the corner. Hammonds drives left baseline straight to the hoop. Her layup is right through. 17-4, 13-point lead now with 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Bluefield with no answers so far. Crockett walks in front of the timeline on that part of the sideline near the press row. As Crockett drives from the left wing under a double team, passes near corner, off of the hands of Bellanier, and the Rams just look slow. 45.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Rams are down by 13. Still no substitute for Bluefield. Tim Curry already liking what he's seeing in this game after a really disappointing loss to Bluefield back in November, 78-75. Bluefield came away with that win. And Union also has lost their last 3 games. LaAsia Limpton lobs it down low, and Charisse Wilson is fouled by Haley Turman. Turman was draped over the back of the Union forward. That's the first foul, a team's second. 31.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Inbounds pass from the right side of the basket for Union. Sandiford kicks it in to Hammonds, who puts it back on the deck into the right wing. Shot clock rolling down to 13, game clock at 25. Entry lob, Wilson on a dribble drive, spins towards the hoop. Shot is blocked, but a foul is called. Who will they book that foul on? It was Turman as well as Bellinier, tied up down low. And it goes on Crockett, That's her second foul, stops the clock at 21.7 seconds, and Wilson will go to the line for her first free throws of this contest. Wearing number 23 in that orange jersey on the basket to the right in front of Bluefield's bench. Rams are down by 13 early on as Wilson kicks it up and hits the free throw. Makes it now 18-4. Rams down by 14, only have hit 2 jumpers so far in this one. Union playing a relatively clean game as well. They only have 1 foul as Wilson shoots, misses the second free throw, corralled onto the left block by Haley Turman, who puts it on the deck and passes to Emily Hart in the backcourt. Shot clock is off. 13 seconds on the game clock as Vest zips it near corner. Sierra Cook returns top of the key. Vest, and on a pivot foot she walked. Another turnover providing more comfort to Union, and that will give them the ball back with 8.6 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock is off, obviously, as Hammonds dishes into Sandiford. Clock is down to 5. Sandiford across the timeline, now at the top of the key, straight down the lane. Layup is swatted away. Sierra Cook got a full palm on the ball, and it goes into the baseline with 1 second flat left to go. So with that short allotment of time, Jamie Curtis subs in. Possibly for a lob up to get Curtis to get this one off of the glass, and Corey Mullins sees that chest move from Tim Curry and brings in the tallest player on his team to provide pressure on the inbounds, and Courtney Kendrick. Sandiford will slap the ball, tries to dish it in. Bounce pass Wilson, shot at the buzzer, it goes. Everything working for Union. They lead 20-4 after the buzzer beater in the first quarter. Rams only have hit 2 shots in this one. As we head to the second quarter, Union leads by 16. Now into the second quarter here in Kentucky. Rams are down 20-4, only hitting 2 shots. Sierra Cook as well as Crockett, the only players for Bluefield to see that ball through the net. As Anae Cox passes into the top of the free throw line, and Emily Hart is pushed by Jamie Curtis for the first foul in the second quarter. Leading the way in that first quarter for Union, 8 points for Prater, and then a whole bunch of Bulldogs getting in on the mix. Brooke Hammonds, Sydney Dishman, as well as Logan Calvert and Jamie Curtis, all finding baskets. 9:46 left to go in the half. Officials blowing the whistle to see if everything is correct here. Rams should have an inbounds pass on the left side of the basket. Tim Curry talking with the official now to make sure everything is good. Rams went 0 of 5 from 3 in that first quarter and 2 of 13 from the field. Not a banner first quarter for Bluefield after a great game against Truett McConnell. Sierra Cook, dribble drive, passes left corner. Danae Cox dribbles on the baseline. Underhands Bellanier, puts on the deck, loops up a shot. She's fouled as it doesn't go. But she'll have 2 from the free throw line. Bellanier scored in double figures here last time out in a very inspiring looking game as she was able to knock in a few and ones for Bluefield and an utter domination of Truett McConnell. Now the left-handed senior eyes the rim, shoots, and misses. Nothing going for Bluefield. That was their first free throw of the game. So the score stays 20-4. Rams down by 16, 9:31 left to go in the first half. And Bellanier shoots again off the back iron. She missed both. Rebound going for Skylar Bird for Union as the Bulldogs continue to dominate in this one. Sandiford tight ropes down the far sideline, kicks onto the left wing for Hammonds, matched up with Emily Hart. Passes on the right wing for Danica Prater. Entry lob, Jamie Curtis turns around, misses the right hook. Rebound, Courtney Kendrick, underhand Sierra Cook, sprinting into the front court. Passes top of the key, Kendrick swings onto the right wing, Danae Cox, chest pass far corner, Emily Hart. Entry lob, Courtney Kendrick with under our pressure. She missed the shot, but Kiara Bellanier hit the putback to make it 20-6. Rams hit the first basket of the second quarter, now down by 14. Hammonds, another entry lob to the 6'7 center, and Jamie Curtis, who kicks it out left wing. A 3 on the way, no good for Hammonds, and a foul is called down low on Curtis after the 3 did not go. Courtney Kendrick clapped in the rebound, and a foul is called on Curtis, her second of the game. 8:47 left in the first half. Rams down by 14. Certainly trying to play inspired defense, and if you're a Corey Mullins, or if you're aware of what Corey Mullins brings to Bluefield College as far as his coaching style, great defense. It's not going to be pretty the way they win, but if they're able to hold a team under 50 points, you better believe that Bluefield's going to win. Courtney Kendrick steps up for 3, banks it off the rim, no good. Rebound, wrestling for it, Danae Cox into the left block, tie-up called, and possession arrow points the way of the Bulldogs. Still an A for effort for Danae Cox, going to the floor, as we have said in the first quarter, battling with illness all week. 8:24 left to go, taking the ball up nonchalantly. Stidham across the Union logo, who shuffles into the right wing. Player on the floor is Danica Prater, gets up as Stidham is pressured by Danae Cox. Bounce pass goes awry, stolen by Cook for Bluefield. Right to left go the Rams as Cook has it into the far right wing. Swings over into the left wing. Danae Cox onto the glass, and she shoots and misses. Now she pulls down her own offensive rebound, kicks top of the key. Sierra Cook jumps from 17, no good. Back iron rebound. Prater for Union. 20-6 remaining the score. 7:53 first half. Still in the second quarter. As Prater goes into the near corner in front of the Bluefield bench. Entry lob onto the right block for Logan Calvert. Lost the ball. Bounces top of the key. Stidham on a head fake. Passes left wing Hammonds. Underhands into the far side for Bird. Now she gives to Calvert. Jumps into the lane. Misses a shot. Rebound Courtney Kendrick pulls it down in the backcourt. Rams are down by 14. Union has yet to hit a shot in the second quarter as Sierra Cook went to the rim. She's blocked, but Courtney Kendrick picks up the pieces to lay it in. 20-8 the score. Rams are now within 12. Here comes Cheyenne Stidham right into the right wing. Launches a pass into the left side for Brooke Hammonds on a dribble drive. Underhands far corner for Bird. Chest pass top of the key, Prater. Entry lob. Logan Calvert turned around from 15. She missed again. Emily Hart pulls down the defensive board, and Bluefield's trying to make this a 10-point game or possibly a 9-point game on this possession. 6:55 left to go first half. Bounce into the right block from Cox to Emily Hart. Picks up her dribble, swings right wing Danae Cox, who wants some help on a screen. She won't get it. Overheads right elbow. Courtney Kendrick turnaround long 2. Back iron off the glass, a miss. And Logan Calvert wrestled in a defensive rebound. 6:39 left to go in the second quarter. Rams are down by 12. Bluefield started out well, though, in the second quarter. So far, outscoring the Bulldogs 4-0 in this second period. Prater lobs top of the key. Dishman flicks left wing. Brooke Hammonds doesn't have anybody cutting down low, so gives over to Stidham. 7 on the shot clock. Here comes Dishman. Euro step in the lane. Floater off the glass and in. Good layup for Stidham. 22-6, or rather 22-8 the score. Rams are within 14, and those are the first points for Union in the second quarter. 6:05 left to go in the first half. Cook bounces left block over to Emily Hart. Dribbles top of the key, swings into the far corner. Bellanier finds an open Sierra Cook, who underhands Danae Cox. Jumps for the triple. Off the mark. Bluefield has yet to hit a three in this one. Rebounded by Hammonds. Here comes Union on a sprint, and Dishman picks it back up on of a dribble. Underhands top of the key for Skylar Bird. Bounces left block. Logan Calvert bullies her away in the lane. Turn around with the left hand. She missed, but a foul is called on Kendrick. Bluefield stays within 14, 5:37 left to go in the first half. Rams have hit a couple of shots in the second quarter. A slow offensive quarter for both teams as Logan Calvert goes to the line. So Calvert eyes the rim after she scored 28 points against Bluefield in their first meeting. Hits that free throw to make it 23-8. So she now has 3 points after Prater was able to hit 8 of the 20 for Union in the first quarter. Calvert swerves the ball around in her right hand, shoots again and scores, hitting both free throws. Makes it 24-8, lead back up to 16. That's where we started in the second quarter. Rams back out there with a squad of Haley Turman, Cox, Hart, as well as Sierra Cook and Bellanier. Rams trading the ball around in the backcourt, trying to get into double digits for the first time in this game, down 24-8. It's not looked good for Bluefield so far in this one. Emily Hart, right-handed dribble, top of the key, feeds far corner, Sierra Cook. Under defensive pressure, underhands Emily Hart, zips it over far corner, Turman puts it back on the deck for Sierra Cook. Entry lob, Bellanier finds an open Danae Cox on a head fake, feeds it down low. Bellanier turns around and punches it off the glass. 24-10, Rams have now scored double digits in this one and have cut it down to a 14-point lead. 5:03 left to go in the first half. Overhead pass, top of the key. Now for the point guard in Linton. Her bounce pass to Stidham is kicked away. Here comes Bluefield on a drive. Emily Hart outlet Sierra Cook, and Bluefield scores on a fast break. 24-12 the score. Rams are down by 12. Here comes Stidham into the corner. Puts it on the deck, passes top of the key for Bird, who feeds on the left wing Linton. Doesn't have anybody down low, so she gives over to Taylor Dinges, who's into the game for the first time. Stidham bounces down low. Wilson, turnaround, rolls off of the back iron. Rebound, Bellanier. Rams have it back, going right to left. 24-12 the score. Emily Hart, a hard pass to Haley Turman, returns to Hart. Underhands Cox, shoots a three, misses from the right wing. Ball bounces onto the far corner and out of bounds. Rams ice cold from beyond the arc, but you're seeing a little bit more momentum, a little bit more fight in Bluefield in the second quarter than you certainly saw in that first quarter. 24-12 the score. Clock is stopped at 4:19. Substitute now in for Bluefield as Crockett goes for Bellanier. Crockett has 2 fouls so far in this one, as well as the game's first 2 points for Bluefield. Stidham taking the ball over, wearing number 5, going left to right. Pulls up for 3. Off the mark, rebound Emily Hart. So Emily Hart zigzags her way into the backcourt. Passes on to the far corner, Danae Cox. Overheads Turman, right block, out of a triple team. Returns right wing, Danae Cox. Passes to Turman into the right elbow. Zips it to Crockett. Rams want a good look down low as Emily Hart backs out. Overheads Danae Cox, far corner. Underhands Turman. 10 on the shot clock. Cox down to the right wing. Passes right elbow. Emily Hart splits the defense. Arcs a layup. She missed. Off of the backboard. Haley Turman wrestling for the rebound, and she went to the floor fighting for it with Dinges, and a foul is called in the process on Turman. So that's Bluefield's second foul, and Haley Turman's second foul in this one. Stops the clock at 3:42 left in the second quarter. Rams are still down 24-12 here at Robson Arena in Barberville, Kentucky. What's at stake here? Rams are still trying to fight for a guaranteed to get into the conference tournament. Meanwhile, as Union takes the ball into their front court, Emily Hart went up for a steal, tangled up with a forward and Charisse Wilson for Union. And after the ball rolled away, Wilson hit the floor pretty hard. Seems to be okay. And a foul is called on Wilson. So Bluefield will get the ball back after the offensive foul. First foul on Wilson, 4th foul on Union. 3:28 left in the second quarter. Here's Emily Hart. Passes in that near corner for Crockett. Rams haven't been able to easily take the ball across midcourt, as that press has always been there for Tim Curry's team. Cook passes left wing, Courtney Kendrick, who gives it back up top to Emily Hart. Good pass on the left wing for Crockett. Cross-court lob to Cook. Rather, that's Cox as she goes in on a drive, tries to get away from the defense. 9 on the shot clock. Cox bounces right block. Ball is tipped out of bounds off the hands of Union's Dingus, and Bluefield will have an inbounds pass with 7 on the shot clock and 3:05 in the game clock. All of this is part of an AAC doubleheader here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 24-12 the score. Rams are down by 12 as Cook flings it into Danae Cox into the right wing. 4 of the shot clock. Underhand Sierra Cook has to make a move. Gives over to Kendrick, shoots at the buzzer. Long 2 off the backboard. She missed. Rebound Stidham. Not sure that she got that off. A no shot clock violation was called. Here comes Stidham into the front court. Pulls up a long 2. Swish from the left elbow. 26-12 back to a 14-point lead for Union. Union has only scored 6 points in this entire second quarter. That's opposed to Bluefield's 8. So here comes Crockett. Gives at the logo for Sierra Cook. Rams need to start an offensive push as an Cox goes in on a drive and draws a foul as she went up for the layup. Foul appears to be called on Dingus. That'll be the 5th foul on Union. So Dingus, her first foul. 2:27 left in the first half. It's a 26-12 lead for Union. So Danae Cox, one of the better free throw shooters for Bluefield, lobs it up and scores. Makes it 26-13. So at the moment, the Bulldogs doubling the score of Bluefield with 2:27 left to go in the first half. Cox bends the knee, shoots again, tickles the twine for both. Rams back within 12, 26-14. Clock now running, 2:25 left to go. Stidham on a hip-high dribble, goes in the right wing, passes left wing Hammonds. Matched up with Emily Hart. Entry lob, Logan Calvert. Kicks back top of the key, Stidham. Arcs up a 3. Too short, just nicked the front of the rim. Into the hands of Danae Cox for Bluefield. Cox, outlets, under the basket. Sierra Cook jumps for 2. She missed. Offensive rebound, Kendrick tied up on a defensive foul on Union. And for Dingus, that'll be her second foul. And of course, since Bluefield is in the bonus, we're going to see 2 free throws here for Courtney Kendrick. Kendrick averaging 12.2 points per game, and like we mentioned, scored 22 points the last time they played Union back in November. So far in the year, shooting a flat 76% from the free throw line. And the rim down 26-14. Clock is stopped at 2:04. Shoots in front of the Union bench, nothing but net. Now makes it 26-15, an 11-point lead. If you're just now joining us, Union went into the second quarter leading 20-4. Second shot for Kendrick, it rattles home. So the Rams have hit their last 4 free throws and have cut it down to a 10-point game. Here comes Stidham, the point guard for Union, in front of Danae Cox. Lobs it down low to Danica Prater, and Emily Hart swatted the ball off of Prater to give Bluefield the ball back. That seemed like it had just went off the hands of Emily Hart, but Prater did not sell it at all, and Emily Hart did. So the Rams get the ball back down by 10 with 1:55 left to go in the first half. Sierra Cook running the point for Bluefield while Emily Hart really uses her ability as a 2 here. Sierra Cook at the top of the arc, drives onto the right block, shoots and misses. Rebound, Courtney Kendrick under the basket. Kicks back out left elbow, Emily Hart. Feeds Danae Cox, jumps for 3, off the mark. Boy, that let the air out of Bluefield's sails. And a whistle and a timeout called by Tim Curry. Rams have fought back. It's a 10-point game. We got a good one brewing here with 1:32 left to go in the second quarter. You're listening to Bluefield Rams women's basketball on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Back on the floor, Rams down by 10, 26-16. Union with the ball after the Tim Curry timeout. Into the right wing goes Prater. Passes into the right block for Logan Calvert. Puts it on the deck on a left-handed dribble. Drives in on Kendrick, shoots, and gets the shot to fall. Back to a 12-point game. An all-out bullying move by Calvert on Courtney Kendrick. And it's a 12-point game once again. 1 minute, 6 seconds left in the first half. Sierra Cook wearing number 10 in the blue jersey, going right to left, picks up her dribble, passes left wing, Crockett. Kicks near corner, Kendrick doesn't like what she had in front of her, who gave it back over to Crockett. Passes left wing, Danae Cox, Euro step, splits the defense on her way to the rim, and she's fouled, she'll go to the line. So Danae Cox, now at the moment, with just 2 points for Bluefield, both of those off of free throws. So she has yet to hit a shot in the field. But if she can keep it up at the charity stripe, Bluefield has a chance in this one. First free throw, bounces around and falls through the 9 line. Makes it 28-17. Tough one for Bluefield after being down 20-4 going into the second quarter. Just shot 15% in the first quarter. Did not get better in the second quarter as Danae Cox hits both free throws. Perfect at the line tonight. 28-18 the score, back to a 10-point game under a minute to play. 48 seconds in this second quarter. Stidham backs it up, passes left wing, Brooke Hammonds picks it up. Overheads, down in the left block, Logan Calvert, fouled by Kendrick. Kendrick tried to swat that ball away, had her right arm draped over the freshman, or rather the forward for Union. And it's only the 4th foul on Bluefield and Kendrick's second. So it'll end up in an inbounds pass for Stidham on the left side of the basket. Kicks it into Prater in the far corner. She's trapped in a double team. Gives it over to Logan Calvert on a drive. Right block, layup, good. 30-18, 12-point lead. Shot clock is off. 28 seconds and counting now left to go in this first half. Crockett passes far corner, Danae Cox. Gives it over to Emily Hart. Zips back to Sierra Cook. Missed another layup with the right hand. Here comes Hammonds. Dribbling with Cook behind her back. Clock is now down to 10 seconds. Hammonds overheads Prater left wing. 7 seconds now. Prater zips down low to Calvert. Bullies for a shot. She misses. Tipped out of bounds onto the baseline. And it will go to Bluefield. Prater tried to get the ball back. 2.3 seconds left to go. Emily Hart will pass it for the Rams. Gives it to Crockett, drives, hangs up a prayer, nowhere close. And that is it for the first half. Bluefield struggling in that first half of play. They go into the locker room down 30-18 after a very tough defensive game fought by Union. We're going to step aside and be right back with a halftime update. You're listening to Bluefield College Women's Basketball here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Ready to start the third quarter here in Barberville, Kentucky. The Rams are down 30-18 as they take the ball left to right, courtesy Sierra Cook. Rams only shot a mere 18% in that first half, now trying to rectify those shooting woes as Crockett dribbles onto the baseline, kicks out to the left wing. Cook underhands Emily Hart. Hard overpad pass to Belle Lanier, who storms in and scores the opening basket of the left or the third quarter. 30-20 now the score. The Rams have made it a 10-point game. 9:33 left to go. A long kick to Brooke Hammonds into the left wing. She drives in, missed the layup under the basket, rolls out into play, and Belle Lanier picked it up. So Bluefield 1 for 1 from the field to start out here in the third quarter as Emily Hart kicks it over for the right baseline shot. It's good from about 12 feet out from Sierra Cook. Now it's a single-digit game for the first time since the first quarter. We got to remember, after that first quarter, it was 20-4. Rams were down by 16. Now coming out like gangbusters in the third quarter, hit the first two shots. It's an 8-point contest. Hammonds lobs it down low. Jamie Curtis goes up for two, and Courtney Kendrick got a piece of her. So for Kendrick now in foul trouble officially, that'll be her third foul. And Courtney Mullins looking on at Kendrick, who is frustrated at the moment. Will he take her out of this one? Jamie Curtis, standing at 6'7", shoots the free throw, a line drive that tickles the twine. Makes it a 9-point game again, 31-22. Haley Turman jogs in for Courtney Kendrick. Haley Turman wiping the dirt or the sand off of her tennis shoes at the moment. Was wearing a boot in the past couple of weeks. As Curtis missed the second free throw, rebounded by Turman. Rams down 31-22. Cook zigzags right wing, passes left wing Crockett. Loops it over right wing Emily Hart. Drives in, spins a pass. Belle Lanier storms at the free throw line. Lost the ball, gets it back. One arms Emily Hart right wing. Dishes on the baseline for Cook. Around the arc, Turman passes top of the key. Belle Lanier, her lob picked up in the air. Sierra Cook has it, drives under the basket. Kick out, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Crockett drives in, floats and misses. Rebound Logan Calvert, who had 8 points in the first half. Here comes Union going 3-on-2. Hammonds, cross-court lob, far corner. Prater, pump fake on a three. Drives right baseline, jumps, misses the shot. Tipped around, rebound Crockett. Rams going 2-on-2. Crockett and Sierra Cook. Parks on the right wing. Entry lob, Haley Turman puts it on the deck. Her shot goes off the side of the backboard into the hands of Union. 31-22, the score remains. 8:03 left to go in the third quarter. Rams are down by 9. Prater lost the ball, picked it back up, drives right baseline, puts it on the deck onto the right block, and passed it off for the Bluefield player's foot and Crockett. 7:55 left to go, third quarter. Rams down 31-22. Sixth place and the seventh place team in the AAC. Rams looking for their 12th win of the season. Union looking for their 13th, but their 10th win in the AAC to match Bluefield's conference record of 10-8. Trying to pass the in is Stidham. Onto the right side of the basket, swings it up into the air, onto the right corner for Logan Calvert. Underhands Prater, right wing. 10 on the shot clock for Prater. Had a great first quarter. Number 1, lobs it down low. Turning around, Linton. Her shot from 4 feet off the front rim, no good. And Bluefield pulls it down, courtesy Belle Lanier. Here comes Sierra Cook. Dishes far corner. Turman along 2. Air ball rebounded by Crockett. Goes up and sticks it back in. 31-24 the score. Tim Curry calls the timeout for Union. Rams starting to believe here in the third quarter. They're down by 7 with 7:28 left to go in the third period. Back into the game after the Union timeout. Rams lead, or Rams are down by 7. 31-24. Union leads with 7:20 left to go in the third quarter. Passing to the far corner, Hammonds loops top of the key for Linton. Picks it back up and dishes near corner Cheyenne Stidham. Union has yet to score in this third quarter. Entry lot, Brooke Hammonds spins in the lane, hooks left hand. This time it rolls in off the glass and through the nylon. Makes it 33-24, back to a 9-point lead for Union and a full court press off of the make for the Bulldogs. Crockett will try to maneuver out of that with Stidham on her in this man-to-man. And underhand Sierra Cook after the ball is taken across the timeline. 33-24 the score. Rams are down by 9. Turman skips it down low. Sierra Cook went up for the layup, and she has not been able to get those layups to fall from short, that's for sure, as Brooke Hammonds was able to go on her like a tower, really, over Sierra Cook and got the rebound. Stidham into the near corner, passes top of the key for Linton. Pivots it out, right wing Prater. 15 on the shot clock, 6.5 game clock. Hammonds in that far corner, picks it back up and passes right wing for Stidham. Drives in, 8 on the shot clock. The point guard goes on the left block. Lost the ball, fighting for it in the paint now. Stidham pivots it, shot, and it's no good. With just about 2 seconds to spare on the shot clock, it went off of the rim into the hands of Sierra Cook. 6:10 left to go in the third quarter. Rams are down by 9. Haley Turman replacing Courtney Kendrick. Passes top of the key. Crockett lost the ball, but the sophomore picked it back up. Underhands Turman, Kim Bellineer passes Emily Hart, shoots, connects on a 12-foot baseline jumper from the right side. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. 33-26 to a 7-point game. Rams have trailed by as much as 16 in this one. But they have a feeling in the third quarter. 5:56 left to go. So after the quick timeout from Corey Mullins, Rams are down by 7, 33-26. They trailed by as much as 16. After the first quarter, it was 20-4 in favor of Union. Linton passes top of the top for Brooke Hammonds for Union as they have it in the front court. Stidham now in the corner. Emily Hart with her arms to the side, trying to tip that ball away. Logan Calvert in the left block on a stubborn step. Drives in, shoots on the right block. Got it with a foul. Haley Turman will be called for her third foul, and Logan Calvert goes to the line. Makes it 35-26. The free throw can make it a 10-point game again. Calvert now with 10 points for Union leading the way. Flips the right wrist and now make it 11. 36-26, 10-point game. Bellineer spins the ball in for Emily Hart, who gives back to Bellineer. Bluefield has fought it down to a 7-point game, but after that 3-point play, right back up to 10, 36-26. Turman on a head fake, gives left wing. Emily Hart returns left wing to Danae Cox, spins into the left block. Bellineer puts on the deck, pumps for a shot, and she walks. It was awkward. She slipped up after she got the give from Danae Cox, and when trying to garner separation from the towers in the Union post, she eventually walked in the process. So 36-26, 5:05 left to go in the third quarter. Rams are down by 10. Into the game again is Sydney Dishman. Hammonds underhands back over for the guard and Cheyenne Stidham. Gives it back to Dishman around the arc. Here comes Linton. Drives in, left baseline, spins, pump fake, shoot. Good. 38-26. From the left block, it's a 12-point game again. 4:43 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 12-point game. Union has led by as much as 16. Rams came out firing in the third quarter, cut it down to a 7-point game. As an Cox bounces far corner, Turman bounces to Emily Hart. Left block layup, rattles home. 38-28, back to a 10-point contest. Rams trying to score quickly here as their patient aspect has not worked well. Meanwhile, Logan Calvert wide open under the basket after the feed in the corner from Hammonds. And once again, it's a 12-point game, 40-28. All Union in this game. Into the right wing goes Danae Cox. Ball over her head, passes onto the top of the key. Bell-Lanier lost her dribble and angle as she spun it back out. Danae Cox returns Bell-Lanier, pivots in the lane, spins to the right, swings right wing Cook, passes top of the key. Danae Cox, 9 on the shot clock, bounce pass, left block, and Bell-Lanier went up and was fouled. Second foul called on Logan Calvert. That'll be 2 free throws for Bell-Lanier. And her first couple of free throw shots in the third quarter. 0 of 2 from the stripe in the first half. Left-handed shooter arcs it up, and her woes continue at the free throw line. She missed that one. So the score stays 40-28, 3:49 left in the third quarter. And for Bell-Lanier, she has 6 points in this one. Trying to make it 7. And she can't. Has missed every free throw in this game. 0 of 4 from the line. And a rebound pulled down by Hammonds. Dribbles into the right wing. Cross-court lob into the left wing. Back for Linton. Underhands to Dishman in the corner. And a bounce pass down low to Logan Calvert. Pivots against Bell-Lanier. Step back. Right hook. Yes. 42-28. 14 points. The deficit between Union and Bluefield. Rams cut it down to a 7-point lead as Crockett passes top of the key after her drive to Bell-Lanier. Gives right wing to Danae Cox. Penetrates in, spins into the lane, tries to split the defense, and foul. Second foul called on Union, and they will not call it a shooting foul, even though it looked like Danae Cox was trying to scoop with the right hand to go to the glass. Inbounds past Bell-Lanier from Sierra Cook, who returns Sierra Cook. Around this arc, Rams have yet to hit a 3 in this matchup. As Danae Cox drives in, kick out right elbow, Sierra Cook. 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Bell-Lanier on a left-handed dribble, one arms at right wing, back for Sierra Cook. Floats into the corner for Danae Cox. Underhands Kendrick on the left elbow. Underhands back to Sierra Cook, drives on the left baseline, double dribble. Another turnover. You got to remember, folks, Rams have yet to hit a 3 in this one, and we have seen in games at the Dome how crucial that is as a part of their repertoire as far as offense goes, and they have yet to hit a 3 in this game. They were able to hit 5 threes against Union the last time they played against them, so they still didn't rack up a ton, but it was still 15 points of the game. As Dishman drills it over to Sandifer into the corner, passes left block for Curtis. Underhands to her guard, and then gives back to Sandifer. Step back long, 2, rattles out. Rebound Curtis under the basket, underhands to Linton. Gives back to Sandifer, steps into a left wing 3, missed the shot. Bell-Lanier defensive rebound, 2:13 left to go third quarter. Danae Cox outlets Kendrick, steps to the basket, layup, yes. 42-30 now the score. Rams are down by 12 after a good pass from Danae Cox. Right block, Jamie Curtis in a double team. Bell-Lanier stripped the ball away. Rams are down by 12, and they have possession as Danae Cox feeds Bell-Lanier. Step to the basket, yes again. Carbon copy of the last play. This time, though, it's Bell-Lanier. 42-32, 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Linton has it, penetrates in, swatted away by Jamie Vest, and Linton picked the ball back up. Skip pass, long 3, Dishman from the right wing. She missed, ball's loose, rebound Linton, passes over to Skylar Bird in the left block, who swings it back out to Linton with a fresh shot clock and 1:24 left in the third quarter. 42-32, 10-point lead for Union. Dishman drives in, bounces top of the key for Linton, lost the ball. Jamie Vest trying to swat it away, goes in the backcourt. Now Linton tries to spin away. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter as Linton pulls up from the left wing and misses. Awkward transition there, but Bluefield has it back. Courtney Kendrick wide open again. Danae Cox cherry picking with Courtney Kendrick and makes it an 8-point game. 42-34. 52 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Rams on an all-out sprint. Here comes Skylar Bird, who passes on to the right wing for Sandifer. Cross-court lob near wing, back for Linton. Gives into the corner for Skylar Bird. 10 seconds left. Sandifer on a dribble drive, picks it back up. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Long 3 for Dishman. She missed from the right wing. 42-34, 30 seconds left to go in this one. About a 2-second differential between game clock and shot clock. And as Cox drove in, she was fouled by Sandifer. That's a team third foul on Union and a first for Sandefur, so that will not send Bluefield to the line. Shot clock is now turned off with 26.5 seconds left to go. Still in the third quarter, folks. Rams are down by 8. Jamie Vest claps the ball, feeds it in to Belle Lanier, who underhands it back to the backup point guard and Jamie Vest. 20 seconds on the game clock now. Vest calls for a new offense as she's at the top of the perimeter. Matched up with the point guard and Stidham. Clock is down to 12. Bluefield will hold for a last shot. Clock now down to 9. Vest veers to the left, passes far corner to Danae Cox, lost the ball. Danae Cox tried to dribble before she really had the ball and gives it back to Union. So Skylar Bird will pass it in, an 8-point lead for Union. Bird from the far sideline gives to Stidham. Clock is down to 3, now to 2, into 1. Stidham at the buzzer, air ball, and that is it for the third quarter. Rams have cut it down to an 8-point game, 42-34. 10 minutes left to play in this one from Robson Arena here in Barberville, Kentucky. Ready for the fourth quarter here in Barberville, Kentucky. Rams fought back hard in the third quarter, and now they make it an 8-point contest, 42-34. Meanwhile, Union with it. Hammonds lost the ball, but picks it back up into the right wing. One arm pass on the left side for Skylar Bird, who gives to Stidham into the near corner. Jamie Vest almost swatted the ball away. 10 on the shot clock. Linton now with it for Union. Entry lob for Wilson. Back, spins to the right, hooks right hand, and it rolls through. Long possession for Union, and it ends up in points, right back to a 10-point game, 44-34. Danae Cox and Bluefield have yet to hit a three. Jamie Vest from the left wing looks for someone to pass to, puts it on the deck, passes right wing Emily Hart, overheads Crockett near corner. 15 on the shot clock as the sophomore spins top of the key, Danae Cox. Loops it over to Courtney Kendrick. Kick out left wing, Jamie Vest. Puts it on the deck. 7 on the shot clock. Vest skips a pass out to Danae Cox. Near corner 3. Off the mark again. Offensive board for Courtney Kendrick, who passes top of the key, Jamie Vest. Rams have a new look on this offense. Cox lobs down low to Kendrick. Spins to the right. Missed a layup. Rebound Hammonds. 44-34 remains the score. 10-point lead for Union. Going across the timeline on the far side is Hammonds, who drives in onto the left elbow and retreats back out. Jamie Vest providing the defense and the man-to-man on the point guard. Bounce pass down low to Wilson, stolen away. Crockett tried to come away with it, and a foul is called on the floor. Confirming that will be on Wilson. As Bluefield tried to come away with the ball, that is the second foul called on Wilson for Union. She is brought out of the game. First foul on Union. 8:36 left to go in this one. Rams down by 10. Of course, we have the men's game right after this, about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the women's game. Glad to have you here in Barberville, Kentucky, folks. Rams trying to fight back after being down 20-4 after the first quarter. Courtney Kendrick loops a three, nowhere close, went off the left corner of the backboard, and the three woes continue for Bluefield. 44-34 the score. 8:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. Stidham, bounce pass, left block, Logan Calvert, who has 15 so far for Union. Turnaround, 12-footer, right through the net. 46-34, 12-point lead for Union. Rams need to start a run. They had a bit of one, about 6-0 at the end of the third quarter, but now it has ended. Crockett spins in the lane, floats from 11, swirls out, no good, tipped into the hands of Courtney Kendrick. Lost the ball again, rolling into the left wing, down to the floor, Stidham with it for Union. Tie-up called, and Bluefield will get the ball back. Back into the game. 7:44 left to go in this one. Rams are down by 12. Crockett and Cook trading the ball around the arc. Danae Cox bounces onto the right baseline. Emily Hart overheads in the left baseline. Cook. Kick out right wing. Danae Cox drives in, draws a foul. Second foul called on Union. And the first one called on Brooke Hammonds in this game. Rams trying to find their 12th win of the year. Would be a big road win. And a sweep against Union as Cook feeds inside to Danae Cox. Skips it back to Cook. Returns Cox onto the right wing. Dribble drive, right baseline, and fouled again. Union racking up the fouls. That's their third one of the fourth quarter and the third one on Logan Calvert. So if you look at that, Logan Calvert does have 17 points for Union, but that would definitely benefit the Rams if Calvert is taken off of the floor. Danae Cox perfect at the line so far. Flicks the right wrist, and she stays perfect. 46-35, an 11-point game again. Cox now with 5 points, all of them coming from the free throw line. Eyes the rim, bounces the ball, bends the knees, shoots, and she is 6 of 6 from the charity stripe. Crucial free throws hit by the senior from Verona, Virginia. Makes it a 10-point game again, 46-36. Full court press coming for Bluefield. Have to get back into the front court, though, as Prater drives in, skips a pass near corner, three on the way. It's off the mark for Dingus, rebounded by Emily Hart in a wrestling match with Hammonds. A whistle blows, and Hammonds is booked with her second foul. Bluefield back with it with 7:11 left to go in this contest. Makes it 46-36. Fourth team foul for Union, and guess what? Bluefield with none so far. As Crockett underhands Emily Hart, skips it over to Danae Cox, arcs up a three, swirls out, and another triple is misfired by Bluefield. 46-36, the score stays. Here comes Union into the front court. Stidham lobs top of the key. Prater tracks it down with her left hand. 6:48 left to go in the game. Bounce pass left block. Logan Calvert trying to back in on Haley Turman. Picks up her dribble, shoots from 11 and misses. Danae Cox spins trying to find the rebound. Turman finally picked it up as Cox tornadoed herself to the floor. Goes across the timeline. Lobs into the right wing. Emily Hart overheads far corner. Sierra Cook puts it back on the deck. Swings it top of the key. Danae Cox jumps for the triple. This time it tickles the twine, and that's the first and timely three of the game for Bluefield. 46-39. Rams are down by 7. It's a single-digit lead once again. Into the front court goes Dingus. Into that corner, she passes left wing Stidham. Bounce left block Logan Calvert, who's matched up with Haley Turman. The forward for Union. Storm spins to the left. Tie up. No, a walk called on Union. It originally looked like that was going to be a tie-up that kept the ball with the Bulldogs, but instead a walk called on Calvert, who already has 3 fouls. Buzzer sounds. Danica Prater checks out. LaAsia Linton comes back into the game for Union. 46-39. Rams are down by 7 with 6 minutes flat left to play. Can they win on the road here? As Sierra Cook underhands in the far corner. Haley Turman dribbles top of the key. Crockett now with it. The sophomore gives to Emily Hart in the left wing, who underhands Sierra Cook. Drives in. Passes tipped. Out of bounds into the Bluefield bench. And Bluefield will have an inbounds pass right in front of Corey Mullins as well as the Bluefield faithful. 46-39, the score stays. 5:47 left in the fourth quarter. Rams have trailed the entire game. Sierra Cook underhands Crockett, gives back top of the key. Cook feeds Danae Cox, jumps for 3. She's hit her last 2 triples. 46-42, Rams within 4. They've trailed by as much as 16 in this one. 2 threes in a row for the senior. Into the front court goes Union. They have it in the corner in Dingus. Passes left wing Stidham. Backs up with 5:20 left to go. 46-42 left to go. Pass into the right wing, Brooke Hammonds. Has it over her head. Dribbles into the corner. 8 on the shot clock. Retreats at the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Passes for Dingus. 3 on the shot clock. Entry lob. Logan Calvert goes up for 2 and fouled as the buzzer was about to sound. She missed the shot, but Haley Turman is booked with her 3rd foul of the game. First team foul for Bluefield, and that'll put Logan Calvert at the line. Calvert has shot well from the charity stripe in this one. Has hit both of her free throws so far. Looks at the rim, flicks the wrist, and missed. A break for Bluefield. That's the fourth foul called on Haley Turman as a correction. So she is promptly subbed out. Courtney Kendrick coming in for the Rams, who has 3 fouls. 5:06 left to go. A 2-possession game after the first quarter was 20-4. Heading to that second quarter. Calvert, again, yes. Hits one of the 2 free throws and makes it a 5-point game, 47-42. Crockett running the point for Bluefield, towing in front of Corey Mullins on the near sideline. Matched up with Stidham in the right wing, passes top of the key. Cook gives Danae Cox, who's hit the last 2 threes for Bluefield. Has the ball over her head, needs someone to pass to, and she dishes top of the key, Sierra Cook. Puts it back on the deck, gives to Courtney Kendrick. Passes top of the key for Crockett. Lobs into the right wing, Danae Cox penetrates in, Euro step, layup, yes ma'am! Danae Cox is starting to take over the game and gives Bluefield a brand new look. It's a 3-point contest, 47-44. Union with it now. Linton down the far sideline. Out of a double team. Feeds Stidham. Open right wing 3. Rattles out. Rebound to Danae Cox. That one almost went in to make it a 6-point game. Now Bluefield can take the ball up, possibly make it a 1-point game or tie it. 4:15 left to go in the ball game. Cook a hard give into the left wing for Crockett. Lobs into the right corner for Kiera Bell-Lanier. Puts it on the deck. Back on the right wing, Danae Cox. No look give. Sierra Cook from long range for the 2, and she makes it a 1-point game. 47-46. Rams have fought back. Big run for Bluefield. 3:52 left to go in the game. Pressured into the front court as Dingus has to put it on the deck at the logo. Lobs on the left wing for Hammonds. 15 seconds on the shot clock, and Union is taking their time. Tim Curry shouting new offensive commands for Union. Dingus drives down the right baseline, has no separation, underhands Hammonds. Passes left wing Linton. Gives it over to Stidham into the near corner. Shot clock running down, gets it up, and it goes in. The buzzer was sounding. It was nearly a shot clock violation, and it's back to a 3-point game, 49-46. Ending the run for Bluefield, but the Rams believe now. 3:15 left to go in this one. Bell-Lanier stumbles in the left wing, picks it back up, and dishes top of the key Crockett. Trying to find somebody moving as Crockett meanders her way at the left elbow. Spins, passes right side Cook, gives top of the key Danae Cox. Pump fake, fires from the free throw line. Off the mark, front rim, no good. Foul called under the basket, and it goes on Logan Calvert. And actually it goes on Kiera Bell-Lanier. What a spin that was. Logan Calvert winced after the foul was called. She thought that was going to be on her. That would have been her 4th, but instead it's the first foul called on Kiera Bell-Lanier. So it gives the ball right back to Union with 2:58 left to go in the game, 49-46. Timeout called by Corey Mullins after an injury is on the floor. Stidham is down for the Bulldogs, but we got ourselves a ball game. It's a 1-possession game. Union leads by 3. It's a 3-point game with under 3 minutes left to go. 49-46. Union leads in this one, trying to find their 13th win of the year, while the Rams are searching for their 12th win all season and their 11th win in conference to improve to 11-8 in the AAC. Union with the ball. Prater has it at the top of the key. Drives down the left side of the lane. Spins out to the right block. Arcs up a shot off the glass too hard. Rebound Danae Cox. 2:35 left to go in the game. Danae Cox is having herself a great fourth quarter. Lobs it over to Emily Hart. Jumps from the left baseline. Too short. Rebounded by Logan Calvert, who wasn't going to give that ball up for nothing. 49-46 remains the score. Sandifer feeds Linton into the corner, returns back to Sandifer into the right wing. Dribbles on to her left side and gives to Brooke Hammonds into the left wing. Hammonds picks it back up, passes near corner for Prater, who bounces the ball over to Danae Cox's foot. 49-46, and Union will keep the ball. 2:09 left. Got the men's game right after this, but this has been a fun one. Bluefield has trailed by as much as 16 in this game, going all the way back to the first quarter when that trend was really set. 20-4 was the score heading into that second quarter of play. An inbounds pass with 15 seconds on the shot clock for LaAsia Linton. Onto the left basket, side of the basket. She kicks out towards the logo for Sandifer. Sandifer dribbles, backs up, 10 on the shot clock, 2:03 game clock. Sandifer has to make a move, 6-second shot clock. Veers to the left, now inside the paint. Has to spin back out. Pivots, doesn't get a shot up, and Bluefield forces a shot clock violation. 1 minute, 53 seconds left to go in this game, and the Rams have a chance once again to make it a 1-point game or a tie game. 49-46, Emily Hart takes the ball across the timeline, far sideline. Now at the top of the circle, she gives into the left wing for Courtney Kendrick. Ball over her head, passes top of the key, Bellinier. Zips left wing, Crockett. Rams need someone to penetrate in. Danae Cox thought about a three. Dribble drive, floats, blocked. Bellinier picked it up, dribbled her off her foot. Kendrick picked it back up. 7 on the shot clock. Right wing, Emily Hart underhands Danae Cox and couldn't find the ball. Her and Emily Hart not on the same page there as Danae Cox jumped into the corner and just wasn't there on the end of that pass. Timeout called, 49-46. A minute 27 left to go in this game. Back into the game. Union has it with a minute 27 left to go in the ball game. Linton taking the ball up for Union across this full court press. Stolen by Crockett. Lost the ball again. Hammonds finally takes the ball across the timeline with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bounces into the far corner for Logan Calvert. Bluefield nearly had a chance to make it a 1-point game. 49-46. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. 10 on the shot clock. Last time Union had the ball, they had a shot clock violation. Linton drives in. Crossover, free throw line, step back, long two, swirls out, rebound Kendrick. Under a minute left to play, 55 seconds, and Danae Cox picked the ball back up. Bluefield has numbers going 5-on-4 as Hammonds tries to sprint back up for defensive pressure. Danae Cox into the right wing, 45 seconds on the game clock. Bluefield down by 3. Crockett spins top of the key, Emily Hart. Danae Cox has hit the only 2 threes for Bluefield in this ball game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kendrick into the far corner, passes left wing, Crockett. Underhands Danae Cox. Tries to step into a 3, feeds Crockett, top of the key, drives in, shoots at the buzzer for 2, swirls out, she missed. Rebound for Linton. Rams didn't get the look they wanted, and now an immediate foul is called on Bellinier. Linton will not go to the line. That's the 4th foul on Bluefield. And Union will have to throw the ball in under the Bluefield basket. So the Rams could force a turnover here to make it a 1-point game or possibly get the 3 they wanted. Danae Cox just didn't have the great look she wanted to try to tie the game up. 23.6 seconds left to go. Linton with a Hail Mary going for Sandifer. Catches up to the ball, lays it up and in. Beautiful for Union, 51-46. Timeout called by Corey Mullins. Everybody was under the basket. Sandifer went out and Linton threw the ball up like a football player. Sandifer was the only person going to the end zone theoretically, and she laid it in easily. Now it's a 5-point game, 51-46. Bluefield has had their chances, and now we'll take a break. Rams are down by 5, 51-46. The timeout advances the ball up. Danae Cox drives left baseline, Euro step. Layup no good, but she's fouled. So she'll go to the line. If it was a shooting foul or not, that is the 5th foul on Union. And the 3rd foul called on Hammonds, all in the second half. So Danae Cox, 6 of 6 from the line. Recently coming alive here in the 4th quarter from the field. She had yet to hit a field goal coming into the 4th quarter, and then she started to. That brought Bluefield back into it. 51-46. First free throw right through. Makes it a 4-point game. 51-47. 17.5 seconds left to go. 15 points for Danae Cox, leading Bluefield. Eyeing for the rim, swirls the ball around in her hand, shoots again. She's hit every free throw tonight. 51-48. Timeout called by the Bulldogs, and the Rams are down by 3 with 17 and a half seconds left. So Bluefield will likely have to foul here. Union has 1 timeout left. Rams have 2 timeouts left. Union has not been perfect at the stripe today. Bluefield has really kept themselves into the game because of the free throw performance of Courtney Kendrick as well as Danae Cox, who right at the moment is 6 of 6 from the line with now 16 points. And a couple of threes as well, 51-48. Boy, it seemed like it was 49-46 for the longest amount of time, and Bluefield could not find a shot to try to tie it up. Bluefield returns onto the floor. Union, after the timeout, will advance the ball up onto the far sideline. 51-48 the score. Prater will pass the ball in for Union. Rams hoping for a turnover. Lob into the left block. Hammonds almost went up for a shot. Union has a great knack of finding the open receiver on a pass way down the floor, as they did with Sandifer earlier. But Courtney Kendrick called for the foul. That's her 4th. And Hammonds will have 2 shots. 16.6 seconds left to go in this one. Rams were down by as much as 16. They have fought it back to a ball game. First shot for Hammonds, right through the net. That makes it more difficult for Bluefield. 48 for Bluefield, 52 for Union. 5 points for Hammonds, who's been more of a fulcrum on the offensive end rather than someone who has actually been able to score. But this time, she makes it 53-48. Hits both free throws. And another timeout called by Bluefield. 16.6 seconds left to go. Back into the game, 16 and a half seconds remain. Kendrick underhands Crockett, now with 13 seconds. She's in the left wing, pulls up for a moonshot 3. Air ball, rebound Bellinier. Her stick back can't go. Rebounded by Hammonds, and that might be the ball game. 7.3 seconds left to go. Rams had their chances. They were down by 3 and 1 at one point, but for most of the closing minutes, down by 3, 49-46. They just could not find the tying shot. So this is a tough one for Corey Mullins and his team. Barring a big miracle here, 7.3 seconds left to go. Union will improve to 13-10 on the year, snap their 3-game losing streak, and 10-9 in the AAC. Rams will match that conference record as Hammond shoots and hits the first free throw to make it 54-48. And Bluefield will fall to a losing record at 11-12. A big week for Bluefield because you remember in 2 days they have to face off against Allen on the road as well. As both free throws go for Hammonds. 55-48. Pass inbounds for Emily Hart. Clock is at 4. Hart in the front court at the top of the key. Meanders to the basket, shoots a layup. It goes at the buzzer, and it's 55-50, the final score. Rams lose in a tough one after fighting back. Hard defensive game for both teams, but Union gets the better of Bluefield as they get their 13th win of the season. We're going to step aside and be back on the Rams Digital Sports Network in about 20 minutes for the men's game. But right now, my name is Bailey Engel reminding you the final score from Robesian Arena in the women's game. Bluefield drops a tough one, 55-50.